All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife. And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl. And we've got a classic in store between the New Orleans Saints and the New York Giants. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game?
Keep playing hard. Let's go, let's go, let's go. 90, Wolf. Scene 6. Ready, go.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a he's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there. 75 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready, ready. 90, Wolf.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Get it.
On first down, Swift, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
To throw on 2nd down. Bass got a man. It's Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
61, matchbox lights. Ready?
Looking to throw on second down. Bass throwing the out route and complete. It's Lawrence. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Looked like man coverage, able to read it there on the outside for the completion. That'll be something to track as the game goes along here.
It certainly will, and there's so many different ways that they will try to figure out whether you're in man or zone. Sometimes you'll run a guy in motion to see if someone runs with him. Other times you'll empty out the backfield, spread it out, and see if everyone comes out and matches up. In any event, anytime you see man coverage, you tell your guys you got to win those matchups, because if you do, you'll get the football and probably for a nice game.
Alpha. Go.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway.
And the pressure gets to him again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. It's third and very long. Back to throw. Bass throwing middle, and it's complete. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down. They're going to try and throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 55 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. We always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a handoff here to his running back. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great effort there. 55 yards. And the Giants have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A quick throw here out to Brown. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle it, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Let's go.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty.
3 down, 3 down. Stone, travel. Bang, bang, bang. Hey, box truck, box truck.
From the gun, Bass. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up.
Hey, exit. Go. Hey, go.
On 2nd down, Swift. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 4th down. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position.
Check safety, check safety. Slip on dog.
And to give this time to the tailback. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Zoom, fellas, let's go.
Off the play fake. Love. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there.
Come on, set. 60 orange. I'm coming. Recon, 132 fight. Ready.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the Saints' 10-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Ready up. 52, right 52. I got him.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 4 down. 4 down.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So that last penalty making this 3rd down much more manageable. 3rd down, 4 yards to go. And again this time to the tailback. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try to put some pressure on the defense.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, if it's bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
They'll try and run for it. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Now a handoff looking right. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. What happened there? Was that just a missed assignment on the O-line?
It certainly felt like it, but also the speed of the play. When you talk about defensive end, they want to be ahead of the clock, don't they? They want to be upfield, making plays on every snap. How about his agility there to run that one down?
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Okay, some people call it the shuffle pass. Some people call it a shovel pass, but this worked really well. And it's hard to do in the NFL because of the big bodies that tend to clog up the middle of the field. But the execution was excellent there, able to get it done and get upfield for big yardage.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
To throw on second down. Love toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Mike's 43. Mike's 43.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
At their own 18-yard line.
Ready, break.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again.
They're not ready for this, man.
They'll try and throw for it here. Slide, and this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Check, go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Call it a gain of 5. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
Here we go. 30 base.
Tie into the right, boy. Tie into the right.
Move. Hey, wahoo.
Looking to throw. Pass. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
On plays like this when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Back to throw. Bass. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And to give this time to the tailback. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long. And they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
On the ready. We ain't giving him nothing today. Hey, seam six now.
From the gun on third down. Bass. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
Set, ready? 90, Wolf.
First down,
Check tight.
Saints.
Check tight.
Hit it.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Pass. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. As a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards, so many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check. Lucky. Set, go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the 4th quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. 17 yards and a Giant first down. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Chopper. Defense, let's go. Switch. Kill. Let's go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Saints on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Swift. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. On 3rd down, Swift. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
We got 4.
On 4th down, Bass, and it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Giants are going to get the football back. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
Set, ready? 70, Indy. Go.
And they take a knee.
The quarterback keeps it. Tonight's final score.
And for all these guys, whether you're a rookie, a 10-year veteran, there's no feeling like this NFC champs.
And you feel like family. Never at any time do you feel more like family than when you're sharing the joy of being the NFC champs. And now everyone gets to say they're going to the Super Bowl.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.